There is a special buzz in the air this week. Tech Week Grand Rapids in full swing.
We want to double our tech economy over the next 10 years. AI is super important to us. And so last year, we set out to launch an AI roadmap for all of our industries, but educating our companies on those technologies that are vital to their survival in the coming days will be important for us as a city and as an economy.
Expert Connections starts now. Buzz in the air this week. Tech Week Grand Rapids in full swing. We're coming to you earlier than our usual Thursday episode to showcase this week-long celebration of innovation, technology, and community. Welcome to Expert Connections. I'm Julie Holton Smith. Our guest expert, Jennifer Wangler, is the Vice President of Technology at the Right Place in Grand Rapids and the Director of the Technology Council of West Michigan. She also now hosts her own podcast. You'll have to check that out, called Meet Her, dedicated to showcasing the incredible women in technology companies. Jen, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Julie. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to dive in and talk about Tech Week GR. I can feel the excitement just up the I-96 corridor from you. I'm in Lansing, Michigan. Lots of tech events happening across our state. I'm just back from an event in Detroit, Ann Arbor, East Lansing. We can feel the energy for sure in Michigan as a growing tech hub. This week, all eyes are on Grand Rapids. So many headlines in innovation. And of course, a lot of work also goes in behind the scenes. So I'm interested, as my first question, from your view, that peek behind the curtain, what are you most excited about this week?
Yeah, I have to say, last year, we talked about the fact that we had 40 plus events and something like 13,000 visitors, and we outpaced Denver Startup Week only in our third year. So this year, we're on pace for 70 plus events. And gosh, who knows how many visitors, but I am most excited about the visitors that are coming into town from those other tech hubs that have their eye on, Grand Rapids and Michigan as a place to invest in.
Yeah, it's really an exciting time. And you and I both work behind the scenes. And so we hear a lot of what is coming, what's already happening. And so it's such an exciting time to be able to showcase Grand Rapids and all that's happening there. Tell us about that a little bit, because even from the last time we had you on the show, I'm sure there have been so many changes and exciting updates.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that we're doing this year is we're really trying to expose the vibrant startup and early stage tech community that we have here in West Michigan. And so inviting in those capital investment folks, VCs, angel investors that work outside of Michigan that are looking at Grand Rapids as a way to invest in looking for deals. So I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited about a couple of events that we have for women in tech. So we have an event on Tuesday, which highlights some other organizations that have recently launched funds to support women in startup in tech. As well as on Thursday, we have an event called Breaking Barriers. And this is a story about 4 tech founders who are running companies and building teams here in West Michigan. So really excited about that. And just the exposure that is offering for Grand Rapids.
You talk about that strong lineup of events, and it's really hard to even pick which events that I'm going to miss because I don't want to miss any of it. What impact does Tech Week have on your local entrepreneurs and businesses?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I talked about kind of the number of visitors that we had in last year, 13,000 visitors. So when those folks come to Grand Rapids, they're spending their money, right? Just like during Outprise, they're spending their money. So that definitely has an impact on our local economy. But beyond that, they're also looking at Grand Rapids as a way to invest in building companies and building their teams. And so As an economic development organization, that's what we want to see at the end of the day. We want to have an opportunity to put our best foot forward and to show off what we know as the vibrant ecosystem that we have here to visitors coming in.
Yeah, and of course, so much happening there. I just had the opportunity a couple weeks ago to tour a brand new development that has not opened yet. And I know that developer focusing on Grand Rapids for his developments, and he's actually based out of Metro Detroit. And so it's really exciting, I think, to see so much interest in Grand Rapids, even from other areas across the state. And it really helps to showcase how much is happening there. So looking at the tech side, of course, like the tech hub that Grand Rapids really is growing into, can you talk about how you see AI and blockchain and other emerging technologies being showcased this week?
Yeah, absolutely. So stepping back a few years ago, 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, we launched a 10-year tech strategy. And one of the things that we recognized very early on is that West Michigan is a very humble community, right? We don't tend to talk about our wins and our successes. So we knew that one of the first things that we had to do is to launch a signature week, and that's what Tech Week is. It's our time to brag about the vibrant and the cool things that we have going on here in West Michigan. So tech is certainly a part of that. We want to double our tech economy over the next 10 years. So figuring out in how to work in areas like AI is super important to us. And so last year, we set out to launch an AI roadmap for all of our industries, but specifically focusing on manufacturing. It is a roadmap that helps kind of small to medium manufacturers start or dip their toe into the AI pond. So in Grand Rapids, technologies like AI, there will be early adopters that will be easier for this particular industry, like professional services and tech. In other industries like manufacturing, it'll be a little bit more of a journey, but educating our companies on those technologies that are vital to their survival in the coming days will be important for us as a city and as an economy.
Yes, and for those who are interested in seeing more on that AI manufacturing roadmap that you mentioned, I will link to the other interview with you talking about that. So check out that link right here. Okay, Jen, one of the things that also stands out, it's right on your website for Tech Week GR, that you say, organized by the entire community, Tech Week has something for everyone, not just the experts. So those dipping their toe in, maybe even business owners who haven't done anything to really, AI or other technologies. Talk about that aspect, even for the non-techies. Tech Week
Yeah.
has something for them.
Yeah, great. I'm glad that you asked that. I think that this is an opportunity not just to build our expertise and our knowledge in tech, but to build our community, right? We are creating a community, an ecosystem where people can come together and not just work, but live, play, do all of the great things, all of the amenities that Grand Rapids has to offer. And so we not only have, I mean, we certainly have tech talks, right? We have those events where you're learning new knowledge and you're learning about new technologies, but we have things like we have a tech walk, right? Where folks are coming together and they're just walking the beautiful trails that we have here in West Michigan. We have happy hours for our newcomers to the city to be able to get to see the cool places in town and meet other folks. We have coffees. So there are a lot of different events, not just kind of those tech talks and things that you would traditionally see when you go to a trade show. Lots of opportunities to come out and get connected.
I know even our AI meetup group from Lansing, that's part of Startup Grind Lansing, Startup Grind Grand Rapids, all going to be a part of some of those networking events. Really, one of the highlights for me last year was the networking opportunities that you were just describing. And what better place to walk and talk tech than beautiful downtown GR. You have such a variety of events and you're drawing in so many people for so many events. Can you tell us about the logistics? This must be a bit of a puzzle to piece all of this together.
Yeah, Julie, thanks. It is crazy for one organization to structure an event like this, but really is the community. So our community has come together. They actually host the events, and then we will highlight and do kind of the marketing piece behind the scenes to be able to show off those events. Like I said, the first year that we did this, we had 6 events. And then this year we have 70. And so logistically that can be challenging, but again, it's the vibrant community that we have here in West Michigan stepping up, taking ownership of those events and putting on some really cool content. I think for West Michigan, this is also an opportunity for us to be able to show off that we really are experts in a lot of different areas. So when I travel all over the country, and I talk about Grand Rapids, people typically recognize Detroit and they recognize Chicago, but Grand Rapids gets sandwiched in the middle. And it's not till I can get them to come here and actually see that, yeah, we have amazing experts in AI, in design, in human design, in all of the areas in cybersecurity and all of the areas in tech that complement so nicely what we've done in manufacturing.
As evidenced by even just the number of events that will be held throughout this entire week. Jen, one last question for you as we run out of time here. Looking forward, what are your hopes for the future of Tech Week GR and really just the impact overall on West Michigan?
Yeah, so my hope is number one, easy, that it'll get people to Grand Rapids to be able to see firsthand what we talk about all the time, the vibrancy of the community. My other hope, which aligns with our 10-year tech strategy, is to elevate the tech economy that we have here in West Michigan. So today we sit at about 6%. We'd like to double that over the next 10 years. We know in order to do that, we're going to have to bring people into our cities and show them what we're talking about.
Jennifer Wangler from The Right Place. I love having you on the show. Big fans of what you are doing. And so thank you for sharing with us. Tech Week GR is happening all week long. We will link to it in the description for this video, the podcast, so that you can check it out if you are in Michigan. And if you are not, then make sure that you put this on your calendar, growing every year. Jen, thanks for being on the show today.
Oh, pleasure is all mine. Thank you, Julie. Look forward to seeing everybody.
I look forward to being there. Hopefully I will run into you. Tech Week GR, look below to find out all of the details and make sure to subscribe to Expert Connections. We'll see you over in the next video.